welcome back to the broadcast. We're all about fine art. Joining me this morning, Kevin Ndingori. That's a tight one, eh?
Yeah.
Ndingori.
Yeah, Ndingori.
Yes, is an artist who joins us this morning to tell us something small about art. You know, just briefly, you know, the life of art and everything. Nowadays, every other person is embracing art. Art has gotten to that other level.
Yeah.
And, you know, I don't think you can go to any household and fail to get a piece of art, even if it's just one.
Yeah.
And that's amazing. That means we're growing in leaps and bounds.
True.
That means there's so much talent out here.
Yeah.
So what's fine art anyway?
Okay, fine art. Okay, first of all, my name is Kelvin Ndingori.
Yes.
So I'm a visual artist. I do fine art. So fine art is all about paintings, there's portraits, there's pencil art, there's sculptures. But as for me, I specialize on portraits and paintings. Yeah.
All right, so in this case, what exactly do you first draw something and then you paint it, or what?
Yeah, first of all, I do a sketch, and then after it is perfect, then I can just use the paint.
Speaking of a sketch,
Yeah.
so I am busy, or I am busy like having the current affairs segment with my guest, and guess what Kevin decides to do? He just decides to, you know, pull a paint or a sketch of me, Let's take a look at it. Like, honestly, I was looking at this and I'm like, yo, this is so me. Apart from kakitu kadogo too, everyone know what to own.
Okay.
So how could, that was so fast, like in about how many minutes?
Sorry. So this was about, I think, 20 minutes.
20 minutes trying to get me and all that. So how many minutes should I give you?
I need about an hour.
An hour?
Yeah, more.
No,
I need to rectify a lot of things.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
But I think that's so much of my nose, that's so much of my eye, that's so much of my dome, the teeth and all that.
Yeah.
Yes, the only thing that I had a problem is hapa kidogo. But because ulikuwa unaniangalia from afar, that one can be forgiven.
Yeah.
So will I be rest assured that I'll get this? This is beautiful, this is interesting.
Yeah.
What got you discovering that you can do this?
Okay, first of all, I'm going to say that.
Yeah, you can place it down.
Okay. This is a talent, and I realized it at a very young age. So at primary school, I could find myself doing maybe science and social studies diagram even for other kids. Maybe the teacher comments, these
this is a very nice, okay, so everyone brings it to you.
Yeah.
I was poor at that. I used to like look around as an ichorea. So it's going to come in handy.
Yeah.
All right, so at what level have you taken this? Like, have you gone to class for it? And do you suppose that this is what you want to do for the rest of time? Or you'll be doing something else and this is just for fun?
Yeah, so after high school, I decided that, okay, I knew that I had this gift, but I didn't really know what I should do with it.
Yeah.
So I went to a place in Kino, known as Kino Art Gallery. I found some few artists who nurtured me into becoming an artist.
Yeah.
And maybe on how to make it a business also.
And speaking of business, how much actively are you involved in the art business, and what would you speak about in the market out here? How much people are embracing? Because you realize that the pieces are sometimes very expensive.
True.
And then, you know, now just getting it out there and selling the piece. Sometimes you have to sell it at a very low price. How does it feel?
Well, for now I cannot say that the market is that good. And also, I'd say it's quite a huge challenge for an artist to, how do I put this? Okay, this is not a job like any other.
Yeah.
That you expect a payslip at the end of every month. So you have to depend on what you sell. So at the end of the day, if you don't make a sale, then things are going to be tough. That's where we have a problem with marketing.
Yeah.
Because you'll find that maybe in Kenya, it is quite hard to market your artwork. We have brokers, we have people who don't yet realize how much important art is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So which one would be easier to sell? Or have you sold at some point? Have you sold pieces?
I have sold.
What's the most expensive one that you ever sold?
I guess for now, I've sold one at 8,000.
8,000. Do you think it was worth 8,000 or more?
Well, I'd say it was worth.
It was worth, yeah? All right, now, when you look at the pieces, I mean, there's so much into art, like you say, there's sketch and, you know, drawing and paintings and all that. So, which one is likely to sell the more? You know, where you come and draw Linda and sell it to Linda, or a scenario where you just go creative, or you just get into your mind of art and figure out something?
Okay, first of all, I think the one to do with creativity would actually pay more if you're lucky to get in touch with a gallery or what would I?
A person who understands art.
Yeah, a person who is good at marketing.
Yeah.
Maybe that way you can be able to get someone who's willing to pay something that is worth what you've done. Yeah.
All right, now that you tell me, just getting a sketch of me would take an hour or so.
Yeah.
That is Karis memes.
Yeah.
Just by looking at that, I was like, oh, I know him. And the memes, this guy, it's just interesting. How much would that go for?
So
you can just put it up so people are able to see, yeah?
So just the way it is, this one goes for 6,000.
For 6,000?
Yes.
All right, how much work is put into that and how much time?
So it took me around 1 week to do the whole of it.
Yeah.
Maybe a day in sketching and the rest in paintings. Yeah. Yeah.
All right, so that will be straight to the point. Let's come to the creativity or the creative ones and everything.
Yeah.
There's so much. Sometimes we look at art and we're like, this is total confusion.
Yeah.
But when you speak to the artist, they'll tell you, oh, this is this was done because of this.
Yeah.
This signifies this. These colors are a symbol of this and everything. Let's talk about this one in particular.
So I like playing with colors. So this, as you can see, it is a musical art.
Okay. Oh, these are guitars.
Yeah, you can see a guy playing a guitar. I think it is called a cello. Yeah, you can see the hands, you can see the heart.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. It's not that I'm saying, So, I mean, Nama Hivi, I get it,
So it was inspired by music.
Okay.
This instrument, I think it is called a cello.
A cello, yeah.
Yeah. So it has that, how do I put it?
It speaks to the people who play music and understand music,
and when you listen to it, I don't know what kind of feeling it
brings,
Yeah. So I thought maybe I can try and make it into an art piece. Yeah.
Also, in most cases, if you are into art, if you're an artist, then it means that the creativity gets, first of all, from the mind, from the heart, before it translates to the actual picture.
Yeah. So before you make an art, it has a lot to do with emotions.
Yeah.
It has a lot to do with what you are feeling inside.
Inside,
And by art, I'd say it is much easier to bring it out in an artwork than speaking it out.
Okay.
Yeah.
So sometimes you just say, nyamazeni,
Yeah, true.
So how far do you want to take this?
So first of all, looking at the market, at the art market in Kenya, so I'm hoping that one day we'll get an opportunity to maybe have our own art auction centers here in Kenya.
Yeah.
And maybe come up with a way that more artists, even the upcoming ones, will be able to benefit from it. Because looking at now, there's a lot of, few artists who are benefiting from their works. So you find that even abroad, there are many artworks taken from Kenya to go abroad, but the artist who did the work was not paid something that is worth what he did.
Yeah.
So maybe if we can be able to come up with a plan where we can have our own art auction centers, maybe that way we can be able to give them what is worth their work. Yeah.
Well, I hear of art, I hear of painting, I hear of sculpturing and all that, and I think Pablo Picasso. What do you think when you think about art and everything, or you tell me that you think of yourself?
Yeah.
Did I just give you, okay, who do you look up to?
Okay, first of all, I'd say there's someone who mentored me.
Yeah.
His name is Nefat Art Artist. I look at his artworks, where he's come from, the way he has mentored me, and that really gives me a lot of hope to achieving more with art. Yeah.
All right, what's in art, especially when you come to interior designing? What's in art when it comes to, just ensuring that places look good? What's in art in terms of ensuring that you speak to the heart of someone? What is art? Because, like I said, I don't think such was the case back then. Nowadays, you find that arts speak volumes. They speak to the hearts of people. What's just in art?
So, just like I said, art has a lot to do with emotions. So maybe you can walk into a gallery and spot that one art, and you feel as if it is talking to you. And considering the interior designs, it kind of spices up. Yeah.
Brings life to everything that you put there. You know, this is your setup.
Yeah.
This is actually a very nice home setup. If you look around and you just have that art somewhere there,
Yeah.
it will be pretty much magical.
Yeah.
So, looking at the country, and
Yeah.
now that we're looking or at a situation where we say, you know, you're wishing that at some point in time we'd have our own auction centers and all that. So,
Yeah.
in terms of the government, in terms of pushing for this, how much time do you guys as artists go for auditions, or I mean for displays and all that? And do you ever have talks on how to push the government towards embracing this and, you know, creating a safe space for artists?
Yeah, so that's exactly the thought that I've been having before I came up with that thought of having art auction centers. Because right now I'd say we have quite a lot of galleries out here, but now it is quite hard to be able to display your artworks in there, because you'll find that they're already owned by other artists who are displaying their works already. And maybe when you look at the entry fee, maybe the fee that you have to pay for you to display your artworks, it is really not worth it, considering that you are not 100% guaranteed that your artwork is not. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's pretty much unfortunate. And there's a point I have spoken to someone who is into art.
Yeah.
And then I think theirs is a little bit special. I don't know whether it's it's the case for you. Apart from the fact that, yes, you can have this picture and look at it and just, you know, paint or draw something that is exactly like that.
Yeah.
There's this person who was telling me that theirs is different because every other piece is special in its own way.
Yeah.
Like you cannot get a replica of this. You can get this. You cannot get the same one as this. What is your case like? Are there times where, you know, we can get another copy of this? If someone comes and tells you, you know what, I want this, and another one, I want this, and everything, can you get the exact thing, or every other piece is special in its own way?
Okay, for this one, it is possible to get another piece. But as for me, I have my own artworks. I'd say they are a little bit of secret. I actually don't post them online.
Why?
Because of copyright.
So if someone comes and tells you that they want to sell it for, I don't know how, millions and millions of money, you'd still hold it because...
Well, it depends.
It does?
Yeah.
That much? There are some of them that you hold so dear that you don't want to let go of?
Yeah. Maybe considering
like how many?
The content that is in it. For now I have, I think, 2.
Why are they so special? Is it because they speak of you, they tell of your story, or what?
Yeah.
If I tell you today, give me that piece, I'll give you $1 million.
Well,
you know how much money? How much money is an issue? How much money is important?
Yeah.
You would not.
Well, I'm a little bit confused. Actually.
Don't be confused because probably someone is watching. Probably I am just about to tell you that.
Yeah.
You would not.
Wow.
You would think so hard.
Yeah, I'd have to think so hard. Plus, considering that it's all about creativity.
Yeah.
I can be able to come up with more artworks.
So what is this one that you have made before, you've painted or you've drawn before, that speaks so much to you, that you resonate with so much, so, okay, maybe out of the two, that probably would speak of your life in a way?
Okay, it's actually an African art, and I'd say it was inspired by, I have a few friends who've been there for me for quite some time, who believed in what I have. And I guess that's what made me do that artwork. It's so dear to me.
Yeah, all right. Speaking of belief, we find that parents will not just believe that wewe unaweza kuwa mchoraji. Like just you wake up and tell me that you're not going to do anything else but utakuwa artist. And what is the guarantee that you're going to sell your pieces? Like honestly, hapa sasa mzazi anaona hii amekunywa maji ameenda hasara. Your family, do they support you in any way?
Well, I have to say that I'm quite lucky that they actually appreciate my work. So, because actually after high school, as I said before, I didn't know what I should do with art. So there's someone who actually stood and said, this guy has a talent and we are not going to let it go into waste.
Nice.
I'm really grateful for that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Who is this person, a friend?
A brother.
Oh, a brother.
Yeah.
Awesome. That's great.
Yeah.
In terms of the expenses that you have to put in
Yeah.
setting up the arts and the pieces and everything, just how expensive is it to get such a piece? That you'd sit down and say, okay, well, it is worth this amount of money, thousands and thousands. Time is of essence. The energy that you put into that is also important.
Yeah.
But also, just how expensive and how much, of course, would you make this more quality than probably what it is? Or are you trying to tell me it's quality enough already?
No, I'm trying to understand what your question really is.
Okay, how much expensive? Because I remember there's a time that we talk about is this a canvas or what do you call it?
It's a canvas.
The canvas, the paintings, how expensive they are. So how expensive would it be to set up just a simple piece as this one?
Okay, as
or
in
is
the
it
cost,
the colors? Yes, the cost in terms of cost. Because you see, the paintings probably could be expensive, and this is not just one painting. So maybe when you go into the shop, you're being told you cannot just get something small. You have to get like the entire jar of blue, a different blue or shady, or there's a way that you can mix them, and still achieve what it is that you want.
Yeah, considering maybe the amount of paint that you're going to use, we can make it a little bit more better, maybe with a little bit of what do we call it? Texture. Yeah. Now that requires a little bit more of paint.
Yeah.
Quite a lot actually.
Oh yeah.
So that obviously means that the cost of it will be higher. Yeah.
All right. By the day, how do you get better? What is this different thing that you do? Because like we say, there are very many people who are out here. They're talented. They come out. They can draw. They can do all these paintings. So, what is it that you do every other time to better yourself?
Well, first of all, you need some time as an artist to connect with yourself.
Yeah.
And maybe focus on have a goal on what you want to achieve with art.
Yeah.
So I think that kind of drives me more to becoming a better artist. Yeah.
All right. What qualifies you? Do you think that you'd stand in the presence of many and say that you are qualified, and you'd get the fine arts credits?
First of all, I have to say that I still have a lot to learn.
Yeah.
I'm not yet perfect. So I cannot really stand here and say that I am perfect at what I do, but still, I'd say that I do stand a chance.
You stand a chance. So, what is this one thing that you dream of doing in terms of art or drawing? And you'll say, or maybe in terms of money, say funds, how much money would you want to make from a piece of art that would get you saying that, hapa sasa nimefika bro?
Well, I cannot give you an exact amount, but I'm really hoping to make quite a lot from it, and also to be able to inspire
others,
more upcoming artists. Yeah.
And speaking of which, what would be your message to family, parents out there? You say you're lucky,
yeah,
but truth, maybe you've come across artists that have really had to struggle.
True.
Trying to prove a point to the parents, trying to prove a point to the people that, what, I can be able to do this and make a living out of it. I mean, if not make a living out of it, but this is what speaks to my heart. This is me. Yeah.
So first of all, I have to say that before you make a decision to be an artist, you really have to connect with yourself. It is not easy. That one I can guarantee you. I've found myself in situations where I've almost given up on art, but my family has been there to push me. So
people should support each other.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there a point where umechora kitu mtu akakwambia yenyewe zi haitoshi mboga, and how did it feel? If at all you've had such an experience.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say that there's this one time I did a portrait.
Okay.
It is a painting. It took me a lot of time. And then the owner was like, I think bado.
Bado.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Well, it is not a good feeling at all. But it is a challenge to me to get better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And portrait, and just taking or drawing pictures of people.
Yeah.
Is there a point where someone has paid you akakwambia nataka unichore?
Yeah.
Na ukahaka ama akakwambia kuna shida ikabidi uchange?
Not really.
Most of the times you've hacked
one.
it.
Yeah.
So in most cases you want to get a photo of someone ama mtu akae hapo sasa umchore aendange arudi umchore.
Actually, I prefer getting a photo.
Oh, you prefer
getting a photo? It is much
easier.
Yeah.
So unakaa hapo chini unapambana.
Kabisa.
And now that you talked about the upcoming artists.
Yeah.
What much more are you doing towards this? And you know, I will tell you that sometimes one would argue that art is inborn, and you probably are born an artist. But there are people who are out here, you know, who have an idea, who can draw something in their own and then they want to push themselves into the game of art. Just how flexible is this, and what would be your advice to such a person?
First of all, you have to believe in yourself. There's a lot of people out there who do not believe in you. There's a lot of people who are going to say, I do not see where you are going. So first of all, the first point is to believe in yourself. Secondly, I'd like to tell them to take some time, connect with yourself, and decide that this is really what you want to do in life. And also come up with ways to make yourself better. Maybe go to an art school, or find someone who can nurture you into becoming an artist. We also have YouTube nowadays. You can get some very good tutorials from there.
All right, so where did you get this from? Ama unafikiri wewe ni wale tu ulibahatika kwa family ukaamka tu ukapata wewe unajua kuchora? Hapa kuna mtu tu anajua, because I know things to do with art. Hata handwriting is as simple as, you know, you can get a good handwriting from your dad or a terrible one from your mom, or vice versa.
Well, there was a person in my family, my uncle, who was also an artist. So maybe it is something to do with family, by the way.
So if you would find someone who was very good at drawing or at art, and they just decide not to do anything with that, what would you tell them? If someone believed in you and they said that we cannot let this talent go just like that, and there's somebody else who's very good at that, but they still choose not to do it, what would you tell them?
Well, you know, eventually it is up to you to make a decision on what you want to do with it. You also have to consider the many challenges that you have to go through to be an artist. I've seen some people who give up on art maybe a few months into it.
What are some of these challenges now? What are some of these challenges?
Market is one of them. Maybe the cost of producing an artwork. Also the time it takes to be an artist. Because like for me, it took around 8 months to be nurtured to become an artist. So there are some people who give up along the way.
All right, so, and setting up an art shop, I don't know, requires so much space. Do you have a shop yourself?
Well, it is a joint shop.
Oh, it's a joint shop. Well, that's a shop. That's good enough, because then, of course, it's pretty much expensive when you talk about the markets being tough and you setting up a shop for that. Because I'm thinking, if you have such pieces like 50, 60 of them, or 10 even of them, I mean, this would mean that hakuna space kwa nyumba yako. Kuna space yote. So with such challenges and difficulties, what would be your advice in terms of, you know, just getting, first of all, things that you can manage? In terms of space, in terms of the difficulties, in terms of selling them out, Araka. I mean, do you first of all probably just wake up and pull random art pieces, or you just do them upon order?
Okay, there are those that we do upon orders, but you also have to work on your creativity, come up with unique pieces that are gonna be attractive. You also have to do a lot of networking, because without networking, it will be quite challenged to sell your art.
How far is it, or how easy is it for someone to network on matters art? Move around with your art, move around with your pieces, place them somewhere out there someone can see, or just how? Exhibitions?
Well, you know, nowadays we have social media.
Social media is there,
Facebook, Instagram. Well, you can also go out, maybe look for galleries where you can display your art.
Any effects from COVID-19, or not just yet felt?
A lot.
A lot. Good or bad?
Bad.
Oh yeah.
Unfortunately.
So what are you guys thinking? What are you doing yourself to ensure that, yes, by the time we're post COVID-19, you'll be up and moving?
Well, for now, I'm focusing more on networking. And also marketing, so that maybe when the situation settles down, maybe I'll be able to let my art work out more.
All right.
Yeah.
All the best, Kevin Dingori. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
You're doing a good job.
Thank
We
you.
can only hope that indeed this is going to be expanded some more.
Yeah.
Of course, you know, like it is. We say sometimes passion is good,
Yeah.
but passion is even better when it pays.
True.
Yes, okay, and that's where we're going to wind Morning Cafe's edition, of course, of Lifestyle. Thank you so much for always keeping it at TV47. My name is Linda Alela. I get to see you again tomorrow, same time, same place. Do enjoy the rest of your viewing. Bye-bye.